Hi friends, Simit here from InformedTrades.com. On the screen right now, you're seeing the daily chart of the S&P 500 index. Basically what we're seeing with this index and with a bunch of global indices, stock indices, and we'll take a look at some of the others in just a second, we're seeing them rally and approach the 50 simple moving average, which is this blue line right here. So, we had our big high back in July. We've declined. Now we've rallied back up. So this could be an interesting opportunity. If you think the bull market is over, this is the market giving you another opportunity to short, and that would be my most favored way of looking at this. I think this is a interesting short opportunity. I had my long-term positions. I took about half of them off, so I definitely still have some equity positions on. Some equity that I still think that didn't move much, that haven't changed, I still think are a good value. But some of the equity positions that, whether they were growth stocks, I guess mainly a lot of stocks that I would view as growth stocks or had bought with that in mind, I closed them out when we broke this trend line, so right around here. And that's sort of the way I still view it. So if you have some growth stocks, I think now is a good time to sell it, that you've been holding on for a while, holding on. Let's see back. So if you got them, if you bought growth stocks back here in 2013 or something and got a really nice rally, or even if you bought it here, in 2014. Some of the stocks I bought in 2014 and lost money on because I thought, if there's a bigger decline, these stocks are going down even further. But anyway, here's another chance to sell. Or if you don't have that, stocks, if you're not concerned with unloading an existing position, you could put on a short position. I think 1980 is an interesting level to short from. Maybe you put your stop right around here at 2010. Risking 30 points, I think you could target, 1830, maybe 1860. Let's say 1860 to be safe. That's an 80-point gain. So you still have at least 2-to-1 reward risk there. That's the S&P 500. Excuse me. We're seeing basically the same thing on all the other stock indices. The FTSE is above the 50-simple moving average. And I do think there's a chance that, I've talked about this a bunch on Informed Trades, that if bonds continue to decline, or that money will go out of bonds and into stocks. And here's a look at TLT, an ETF tracking 20-year Treasury bonds. We see this is also potentially a downtrend. We definitely have a pattern of lower highs in place, right? Especially with this, we established that here in October, right here. We're above the 50-simple moving average, and we also have a pattern of higher lows, right? You can actually see that in the trend line here. You see we have a bit of a pattern of higher lows. So I'm less, I mentioned before that I thought it would be an interesting level to short at here. But we sort of shot right through that, and there's still maybe an interesting opportunity to short. But to me, equities seem like a better case for shorting, and they might both go down, which a lot of people suspect, especially since we're in October, a big crash, everything could fall, and we could just see capital go to cash. But even in that scenario, treasuries would probably rise. So if I had to pick between shorting treasuries or stocks, I would lean towards shorting stocks. FTSE is above the 50-simple moving average, but we're basically right there. If we get a 61.8 pullback, we still haven't had that yet, but that could be an interesting level to short from, right around here. We also see that's a bit of a support level right here. Hang Seng Index, more or less the same thing. Let's plot our support level. This is a major support level right around here. And that's where the 50-simple moving average is. So if we can rally to there, that could be a really interesting short. And the Nikkei is a bit more sluggish. Still, well, we actually have breached this resistance level here. If we can get to the 50-simple moving average, we still have a ways to go there. But in the global indices, after a big turn down, have started rallying, but I don't think they've rallied to a point where you can say the bull market's back on. If we can get above the 50-simple moving average or the 200 exponential moving average, I think that'd be very bullish. If we can get back in this channel, that would be really bullish as well. So That's sort of the way I see it. Interesting short opportunity, or if you have a long position and you sort of haven't sold yet, I think now is also an opportunity to de-risk some of that position. That's about it. Any questions you have, anything you want to add, join us at informedtrades.com. Best of care.